Hey guys, how's it going? Hey Chill, hey Jippo. What's all that text? Oh, I was testing the chat box earlier, so I was just spamming a bunch of text in Twitch chat. That's how I test the chat box, is I just spam a bunch in Twitch chat. There's probably a better way of doing that, but you know. How's everybody doing today? Hope you're all doing well. I'm doing pretty good, pretty good. Thought we'd start a little bit early because I did want to play some P5X today, at least a little bit. My thinking is just, there's a stamina system for P5X. I still have to go through most of the first palace, so I figured, we'll just do it on stream. Whenever we run out of stamina, we'll swap over to Pixie, and we'll get some new levels on the new Pixie, and then tomorrow we can, you know, finish out the Heaven Dungeon. Try and download P5X. Yeah. It's a lot. Is it really 79 gigs on like mobile after downloading everything? I thought it was more like 50 or 60, but still, that's pretty big. I think some of it is like it has all the voice acting for both Japanese and Chinese. Like you can't pick or choose which one you want. Let's see, how much is it on Steam? Like how many gigs is it on Steam? I think it's let's find out. Installed files. It's 37 gigs on Steam. So I don't know how it's bigger on mobile than it is on Steam, but apparently so. Actually, that's interesting. So P5 Royal I have installed. Properties, installed files, 39 gigs. Yeah, so it's slightly bigger. P5 Royal itself is like slightly bigger than P5X. Which is odd. No, that's fine, yeah. But it is interesting, I guess. Alright, let me go ahead and boot up the game. And we'll hop in and do it real quick. Yeah, it's fine. You're not missing out on much, Chill. We get to P4 after X. That was the plan. That's what I said a minute ago. Basically, stamina system, because mobile game, so once the stamina system kicks in and we can't do anything, we'll hop over to P4 and work on Pixie. I'll level her up today. Is it not going to capture the game? Oh, it's not. No, it is. Okay. We're fine. Okay. This intro is cool, to be fair. Like, the animation is nice on this. Joker is available right now. I think CN only recently got P3 characters after P3R came out, so we're gonna be like probably a little bit behind them for like a little bit. I'm guessing that at some point they'll like fast track the global servers through like a couple events worth. And we'll catch up to them eventually, but right now, yeah, there's no P3 characters available in the global version of the game. I don't think even all the P5 characters are available from the start. Like, I think it's just on Ryuji, Morgana, and Joker, so. It might be a parallel thing, Jeppo, I think, is kind of the implication. Because there's, like, Joker a little bit, but, like, kind of in a weird way. Is it on Steam? Yes, it is. Switch lights. It is. You can link your mobile phone account to it too. Like if you want to play on Steam for the most part, but you want to but if you want to play on Steam for the most part and you just want to check in once a day on mobile, you can do that too. Yeah. The main character is Wonder. That's his code name anyway. Hey Corgi, how's it going? I installed Yakuza 4. Tried downloading on my phone, but I didn't have space. Yeah, that's what a lot of people have been saying actually. But yeah, this is Wonder. He's the main protagonist of this game. Some of these characters are just gacha characters. Some of them are actually named characters or characters from P5. This is all the characters in the game. You can view them even if you don't have them unlocked, so that's kind of fun. Visually, the game does look a lot like P5. Gameplay-wise, it's very gacha-y. So, like, lots of building elemental teams and everything like that, so... Listen, the pretty boy audience is a thing, so... Oh, you're talking about the baseball lady? I don't think I actually have her yet. Yeah. We should be getting her awakening scene here pretty soon, actually. I think I'm like right before her awakening scene in the palace. Oh, they have this mascot here. Shinji-kun. I think you can get themed pajamas that are based off of him. There's an actual clothing system in this game. Which is something I kind of hope that P6 has, actually. The idea of being able to, like, unlock outfits and stuff for your main character, like, in the overworld as well, would be kind of nice. This is on Steam or console? I'm playing on Steam. I'm not sure if it's on console or not, to be honest with you. There's the good old Pachiko statue. Oh, nice. I got an award for just examining it. I do have to like get through a good chunk. I have to get through the first palace before I can do day-to-day stuff, I think. First palace, going through that is like tutorial palace, you know, unlocks a bunch of things, but you can still walk around in the overworld and everything. So let's do a little bit of that and we'll head and jump into the palace a minute. Go as far as we can before the stamina system kicks in. Owl mascot is cool. I like him better than Morgana. He's kind of fun. He tries to use big words and then he's like, why? Oh, I guess people don't use that word anymore. So I'm guessing he's supposed to be like very old. You can see like everything, like all the P5 locations are recreated. When do we start Yakuza 4? Next Tuesday. There's protein lovers. Oh, these are fun. They have capital machines you can buy, so you can do your gacha inside your gacha. I'm not sure what they unlock or if they're just like collectibles. They seem to be just like collectibles. Kind of a fun little side activity. We got our usual drugstore, we got the cinema, we got the discount store, which sells gifts for some of the characters. You can notice here, idol keychain is for Morope, who is the Velvet Room attendant. She is a big into idols and like all that kind of stuff, so that's fun. That's her like, you know, Velvet Room attendant quirk. And she's really into idol culture and everything. Honestly, there's even a little bit more detail added, I think, compared to the original P5 map. Some like differences and everything. Obviously there's like this, but yeah. There we go. You can see on the overworld we have pretty much everything you'd expect from a P5 spin-off game like this. You can go to all the major locations you could before, well, once you unlock them, but obviously some new stuff. We'll go there last, I think. Let's head over to Yongen-Jaya. Yongen-Jaya is where Joker, you know, lives over. So how to get this game? It's free. You can download it on Steam or the App Store, Google Play Store. It just had its global launch. It's you know, the mobile game. So you can buy stuff for cooking from the supermarket, which is fun. Secondhand shop, of course, sells things you can use for crafting stuff and all that. No consoles yet? Okay. Is my girl Tai Takamaki and P5X? Yes, actually she is. Her shop should be right around here. I haven't unlocked her shop yet, but yeah, it looks pretty good. Like visually it looks a lot like P5. Gameplay wise it's very, very different, but yeah, you can talk to her here. But we haven't unlocked her. We don't have anything we can do with her yet. It's funny, the first time you come into this area, you kind of have a redo of like the Joker walking in thing, and you can see her walking behind you just like she does when Joker first gets here. You can come down here, of course. We got LeBlanc. Some kind of interesting texture work going on with LeBlanc there. You can see inside the window kind of, but it's just a 2D image, like kind of flattened out, and like depending on your perspective, you can see different parts of the image, but it's kind of like curved almost. Kind of some interesting work there with that fake window. But yeah, can't go inside yet. Like I said, I gotta get through the first palace before a lot of things unlock, so which I should do at some point, but yeah. Tai Takami? Sorry. Did I say Takamaki? I probably did, didn't I? Yeah. We have region lock thing. Oh, is it? If you're in SEA, I think you've got a week until the game comes out on your end. Otherwise, it's out in China, Japan, and global in general. But I think, from my understanding, you guys have like a week if you're in SEA. So, finished the main story of Raito. Took about 40 hours. Currently on New Game Plus. Nice. This is the main school, obviously. Something that I found kind of fun. If we can go inside somewhere here. I haven't actually explored this area. Pretty standard stuff. Yeah, not sure why that is. I just know that a friend of mine who lives in SEA region was saying, I gotta wait another week, so. So something kind of fun about the school that I noticed yesterday. It has an inverted color scheme to Persona 5's main colors, which are obviously red and black, where the school here has white and blue as their like main colors for like the walls and stuff. Yeah, I know. We're gonna do so P5X has a stamina system. So once we run out of stamina by doing stuff, I assume in the palace and stuff, can't really make too much more progress today. So we'll just go until our stamina runs out, and then we'll head over and do some P4 stuff. So the janitor's actually doing their job. Yeah. Well, I think it's supposed to be kind of a parallel universe kind of thing, Corgi. Like, there's some weirdness going on there. Because, you know, you see Joker and stuff, but, like, it's more like a shadow of Joker or, like, a kind of cognitive version of Joker. It doesn't seem to be, like, actually Joker. Okay, how do I jump up there? Do I have to jump up there, or do I have to... But yeah, this is the first palace. Your first antagonist, I guess, is this dude whose desires are overflowing, and he keeps like ramming into people at the train station. And if anybody confronts him on it or whatever, he just like, my bad, it was just an accident, and you know, you can't really prove otherwise. Basically, the basic idea here is where in the original P5, you were taking evil away, people's evil and or wicked desires, so for the betterment of society and stuff. Here, people have become very apathetic because they've had their desires stolen en masse to the point where they just don't care anymore. Like, there's a girl who, you know, throws herself off a building, and people are like, oh, I understand why she did that, or oh man, I wish I had videotaped that, or she's probably fine, she only fell from like a couple stories. Like, they don't move to help her at all. Can't find the game on Steam. Should be Persona 5X. Might be a region thing, but can you swap our personas in like regular Persona games? Yeah. So if you go to that's party. Thieves, yeah, it's under Thieves. If you go to here to Wonder, who is obviously your main MC, you can have 3 Persona slots. Fusion works how you'd expect it to. Wonder is the only one who can equip Personas. Depending on your level, you can equip higher rank Personas. You can level up Personas, make new ones with Fusion. I haven't gotten to that point yet in the Velvet Room. Velvet Room is for fusing, new Personas for Wonder, and for doing summoning stuff, right? So you can see like the Persona Fusion and Persona Compendium are like locked out. Something kind of interesting here is if you have a Persona and you use it for Fusion, it doesn't go away. Like, it always stays the same. And then you can see here with like Persona training, you can like level them up, you can spend resources. Oh yeah, baseball dungeon. Yeah, because so the deal with this dude is he's like a failed baseball player basically. The baseball girl on our team, she like was at like a game or whatever, and she got the, you know, special thing of like being able to like hit the first ball of the game or whatever, like as kind of like a just fun little thing. They brought, you know, a kid up and who likes baseball up. He pitched the ball, she hit a home run. People began questioning how good he actually was. He got to him and he ended up quitting baseball eventually, and failing, and so he's bitter about that, and so he was trying to slam into you know, the party member, but her friend jumped in the way, and now her arm is messed up and she'll probably never be able to play professional baseball like she wanted to. So but yeah, it should be like Persona 5X, like the Phantom X maybe. Oh boy, yeah. Very much reminiscent of the first palace in Persona 5, obviously, but you all right? But yeah, this is the girl that I was talking about. She hasn't awakened yet. I figured we'd be pretty close to her awakening scene, so I didn't go any farther in the game yet, because I figured I'd want to do the rest on stream. Did I say Isekai Navigator? Is that how it's translated in the original Japanese, as Isekai, as in like another world? Interesting. Not sure. What country do you live in? I mean, I'm sure you could play, I go by Wonder here. They've used Ryuji and Chie box, two banger characters. Motoha does seem like a pretty good character. At least design-wise, she's pretty good. We haven't seen her too much with her awakening or anything before this, so... But her and her friend are good characters. I was glad they didn't kill off the friend character, because she gets knocked onto the train tracks when she gets rammed into, and I thought they were gonna have like a train run over her, and I was like, no, not the friend character again. But no, she was fine. In the hospital, but overall fine. She's still alive. Yeah, I don't know if like the Steam version is region locked more than like the actual app is, but yeah. Okay, the usual like, hey, we can't have regular people here. They're gonna get in trouble. Nope. Okay. Looks like we can't get over there yet. Oh yeah, this is just kind of explaining what I said earlier. I remember watching a video about what the plot is of this dungeon, and that's why I was saying it. But yeah, this is just kind of like the whole, she kind of showed him up and he got bitter about it kind of thing. Yeah, we're doing this until the stamina system runs out, because mobile game, and then we'll swap over to P4, do a little bit of grinding before tomorrow. What is it? Nope. Oh yeah, that's right. This is his villain design. Big old pink man with pecs. What's with those shoulder pieces? They have the like baseball stitching on them. Oh, sorry, my cursors are like in the middle of the screen there. Yeah, I don't know how much of P5X I'll want to play on stream. At least I think we can get through most of the first palace here without having to worry about stuff, but I think maybe I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll do like the palaces on stream or whatever. I think there's only 4 in the game right now, so. And like they're kind of time gated. Like at a certain point you start having to like make incremental progress against like bosses and stuff, because you have to have like a certain amount of damage or whatever, right? So, but at least the first dungeon is a tutorial dungeon, so we should be able to get through most of it if we would like in like one go here. Okay. Well, I'm glad you two are having fun over there. Yeah, this dude was so weak. This kid hit one pitch from him, and it like collapsed his entire world apparently. I think you're thinking of Persona 5 Tactica. You okay? Yeah, anyway. You didn't do anything wrong. Come on now. And the worst part too is she actually looked up to him, right? Because he was a pro baseball player and stuff. And so she kind of blames herself for him being a slump before this. Although there is some of that, like, somebody pulling the strings of the background kind of thing, where, you know, they, like, amped up his desires to, like, get him to start acting out kind of thing. Just like the base Persona 5. Parallel universe, I think. Maybe the people who played this game more know, but it feels like a parallel universe. Joker is around, but like he seems more like a cognitive version of himself rather than him actually being him. And the summons that you'd get for other characters are supposed to be like, you know, a cognitive version of them as well. That's how you get around the fact that, you know, you can have Joker and then later Makoto from P3. Because when P3R came out, the Chinese and like Japanese servers got a P3 event, so you could get like Makoto and stuff, right? So. Anyway. You don't look well. Are you okay? Maybe it's 10 years later. I couldn't tell you for sure, British Snorlax. I haven't followed the plot too closely. I know the plot of this first palace, and that's about it. It's not your fault. Oh! Conveniently placed trap hole. Well, I guess it is the cognitive world, metaverse, so. Yeah. It seemed more like a parallel thing. Alright. Should probably use... Sometimes the... Not sure how the... Okay, whatever. Probably just want to use that, yeah. Well, what else we got? Still getting used to these, so... Yeah, that'll be work. Hello? You wanna do the thing? Okay. How's the P5X navigator? You can have different navigators. That is a slot you can like change out, the same as like all your other ones. We haven't gotten to like the official one from like the actual gameplay or like the actual story, but at least in terms of like which ones you can have different ones. So. Yeah, not sure about that switch lights. You can get a straight up granny as a navigator. Well, at least for now, doesn't seem like it. I think our current navigator... because you have the party, right? So, yeah, this is our navigator slot over here, I think, right? Yeah. So this is who we have right now. Can I find her over here? Yeah. This is like the default one that you start with. I think that's the only one I have access to right now. Let's see. She's also a navigator, Glidora. Glidora? She's a navigator. That might be the only two currently in the game. There's probably more in the CN server, but yeah, her and the default one are the only ones you can get access to right now. I don't know about a sniper, but this dude gets a minigun for his gun attack. Well, the first half of today's stream is going to be P5X, and the second half is going to be Pixie. I didn't know if I was going to play any P5X on stream, but the first palace has actually been kind of interesting, so I thought I'd play through it until we hit a hard limit or whatever, because gacha games be gacha games, so I'll probably have to come back tomorrow to like level up slightly so I can, like, you know, finish the whole thing or something. But yeah, Men and Male Navigator, probably. I mean, with all the pretty boys already in here, so. But yeah, I'm finally made the final build of Pixie that I'm gonna make. I'll have to make sure to timestamp the VOD. Yeah, very much heavily. I don't know. I was a little iffy on like how closely this feels to like the original Persona 5's first dungeon, right? Like very similar, like antagonists, kind of like similar rules, which may be kind of the point, right? But still, at the same time, it does look a lot different, and it's still interesting. I assume we'll have at least one character that has sniper rifles. Although even at this point, I'm still tutorialing. Something that this game did not change is P5 being tutorial all the time for the first little bit, because I can't even equip different equipment at this point in the game. Trying to think. I don't think anybody in 2 used them. Closest we got was that dude who threw playing guards in Eternal Punishment, I think. And then obviously 3 and 4 don't have guns. 5 had guns, but it didn't have sniper rifles. Closest we got was, I think, does anybody have a battle rifle there? I know we got like regular rifles or whatever, but yeah, I mean, it's not entirely copy and paste. The dynamics are slightly different. It's just they're very similar. Yeah, I don't know anything about the game past this dungeon. It's not her fault. You're an idiot. You ruined your own life plenty well enough. All right, time for an awakening, yes? Yeah, I think a lot of people are gonna bounce off this game past the first palace. Because, like, past the first palace, it's very gacha-y. I think it looks pretty good, but at the end of the day, it's still a gacha game. There's a lot of, like, time-gated systems and, like, checking in for your dailies and stuff. Like, one of your dailies is literally, like, hanging out with the, one of your social links, because it takes, like, months to max them out. And there's 20 ranks of them, and I think there's, like, 20 ranks for each of the social stats. Honestly, my biggest hope for this game is that a lot more of its assets and stuff and characters make it over to P5 Royal through mods. I think the baseball girl here, Motoha, already has a mod that you can use to, like, use her in Persona 5 Royal. But, like, you know, you've already got all the animations, you've got character art, you've got voice lines, you've got models. Like, I don't know how hard it is to port all that stuff over to P5R, but, like, at least it's there, so it's possible, right? So I'm hoping that, like, you know, in maybe a year or two here, you'll be able to, like, kind of do a whole playthrough of P5R with, like, different party members from base game at that point, right? You'll be able to have, like, Wonder as your main playable character and, like, have the rest of the crew be kind of different or interesting, like kind of pick through the gacha catalog and kind of pick who you want. Yeah, there's probably some, I mean, to be fair, like, it's trying to emulate a game that originally came out on the PS3, like, in its style and everything, so it doesn't look that far off. Especially if you're playing on the highest settings on, like, a PC or something like this. It does look fairly close, honestly. There's probably some, like, differences in, like, style and shaders and stuff, but for the most part, it does pretty well. And certainly none of the 2D assets are, like, any less than the original P5 or anything, right? Okay, awakening time. And there is some new music as well. Like, it is reusing a lot of music from P5, obviously, but it's not entirely reused. We've had the excuse for a new arena game ever since Persona 5 came out. But somehow that was not one of the spin-off games for Persona 5 that we got.
行くよアルビルダファイ油断禁物だよ
Yeah, yeah.
戦い方知ってんでしょ言われた通りにする
Although, to be fair, we didn't even get Persona 1 or 2 characters in the Persona 4 fighting game. I doubt we'd get them in the P5 one.
楽しいショーの始ま
When
り
strong enemies have down points. It can be knocked down when the value reaches 0. Down points can be taken away by attacking enemies' weaknesses. Gotcha. Strong enemies, you have to hit more than one time to down them. Okay.
湧き上がれモッポ今ですペルソナビュー
生意気な面だなおいこれでどうだ
I wonder if P6 visuals step on to a new level. I mean, they kind of have to.
どうしたビビってんの
We've been waiting for it since the PS3 era. If they're not a step up, then what have they been doing for the last 10 plus years, right? Well, not 10 years yet, but getting there. Unless it comes out before P4, it'll definitely be 10 years, so.
ラブロンわしのペルソナ
生意気な面だななんだとどうだそこ
やる
なんだ聞くだろ
No, tutorial for support.
本気でやっちゃいますよ
Oh, interesting. So it takes, what, 8 turns to recharge? Not sure how this works exactly. I see. So the bigger the skill, maybe the longer, yeah, the longer the cooldown. Okay, interesting. That's not bad either. Oh, crit? Yep. In the top left, yeah. It's kind of interesting because now we have action order portraits for all the enemies pretty much too. I heard P4R is delayed a bit, maybe until middle of 2026, so who knows if P6 will ever be released. Yeah, currently, according to their stock market, like, investor thing, P6 is, or P4R is going to be released sometime in 2026. Like mid to late 2026. Oh, attack portrait? Okay. Alright. I mean, that was always a thing. It's just now you actually have a visual indicator of like whose turn is up next. It's kind of nice. At least your outfit is less embarrassing than On's was. Okay, usual, like, gotta pull back and explain the metaverse thing again. Ray's a little transformation pose. Decided best girl yet? Not really. I don't have too much of an opinion on them. The designs are cool, but like don't have too much of an opinion. Plus, we haven't seen all the like social links options yet. We haven't even gotten to the point where we can do social links, really. Some of the Foley work for like eating and stuff is kind of weird in this game. Oh, you can see girl we can summon. Not sure if she's part of like the main story or whatever. Is there a time limit as usual? No. You have unlimited amount of time to go and do things. You have an energy system instead because it's a gacha game. There's not like an in-game day-to-day system. Yeah, there is kind of technically one. Think of it as playing a Persona game in real time. Your in-game day-to-day system is IRL time. There's only so much you can do in an actual day. Yeah. So eventually we'll reach that point probably today, and then we'll hop over to P4. I guess if we don't, then we'll just level up Pixie tomorrow, which is fine too, honestly. Okay, yep. Fluff that like has already been explained to us. No deadline endings, yeah. A little bit, yeah. I mean, it's got a yellow color scheme. So, will this come to consoles eventually? Probably. Seems like an easy way for... I mean, seems like an easy win. Don't know why they wouldn't. They've already got keyboard and mouse controls and everything, so... If it's on Steam, I don't know why they wouldn't eventually bring it to console. Wouldn't be the first gacha game to come to console in recent years and be a good candidate for it. Sorry, this is just like playing P5 again a little bit, so it's like they're explaining the same things like all over again. Yeah. Welcome to the team. They're still confidants, yeah. They call them synergy. Once we get out of this conversation, I can show you a minute. Okay. Yep. Yeah, pretty much. Just like, wow, metaverse is a thing. We need to decide your code name. I want to join the team. Okay. Realm of Repression. Gotcha. Is this what I think it is? Yeah. It's a material farming using stamina. Makes sense. Okay. So, yeah. You have... Where did they put that? Synergy. This is your confidence thing. Technically, we've only started with these two. but you can see like below them that there's a lot more that haven't been unlocked yet.
期待はしておいてやろうか。
You can look at their profile. You can go over their story again. Get voice lines. $50? No, I don't think there's 50. But there's more down there. But like 50 points to like rank him up, yeah. So I assume by like hanging out with him and giving him gifts and stuff.
あなた様はどのような人間なのか。
And then you can see your rewards. Most of them go all the way to 20. So, yeah, you get to spend a lot of time like doing like little conversations and giving them gifts over the course of like a few months to get everything. We're friends free from the twins, thank God. I guess. Twins aren't bad, but now we have this girl. Her big thing is that she's really into idols and everything. That's like her little quirk, I guess you could say. Because, you know, every Velvet Room attendant has to have a quirk. Hence the summit, like the gacha characters being called phantom idols. Getting copies or other getting copies of a persona or other upgrade materials lets you raise their max level. Pretty standard gacha stuff. Isn't it she? Aren't her eyes yellow? Oh yeah, you're right. Never noticed that. Not sure on that. Maybe that means something. Maybe it's just they thought the character design would be better with silver eyes instead of gold eyes. Who knows?
カンフーだってできますよ。冗談です。人暴れしますよ。何かご用？
Is there something else? Oh, you want me to level her up? I think we're fine. Well, actually, I am using her, aren't I? Either I should level up her or Motoha. I assume we should probably level up Motoha. Events. Oh, I assume there's a, yeah. Awaken the first Phantom Thief. Some rewards there. Plans. The plan thing, if you're playing, this is just your like beginner quest to like kind of guide you through what you should be focusing on and what you should be doing. Let's see. What should I be working on here? Probably just do this like once. This is the usual like grinding thing. This is what you use your stamina stuff on and everything. You spend stamina, you get materials to upgrade characters and weapons and things. Oh, interesting. It's in the first palace of P5 or whatever.
楽しいショーの始まり始まり。存在を無に返せ。モンポ。今です。ペルソナ10。
Once you beat it once, you can just like auto it and auto get the rewards.
かっこいい服だね。
受けてみろ。
ペルプシコレ。ペルソナデュオ。敵だ。流れ来てますよ。舞い踊れ。
もうやめて。
ロブロイ。
怖いよ。
存在を無に返せ。モンポ。今です。ペルソナ10。お兄様、いつでも行けます。本気でやっちゃいますよ。
ガキに追い詰められると。
おいで。
Yes.
レベルテ。
Yep. Yeah, you can give him up to 3 personas that he can use. And you can use personas and stuff too, like the regular games. In fact, when you use a persona, it doesn't like get rid of it, so you can keep using it for fusion and stuff. So early game, it's a good idea to just fuse as much as you can, obviously. Is it strikers? Hey, Pradeep, how's it going?
一緒に踊りましょう。ロブロイ。抵抗は許さぬ。
Wouldn't be surprising, I guess. Might as well reuse it, right?
モンポ今です。ペルソナ10。
Probably. Gotcha. Let's just spin it once. Yeah. Just depends on how much you want to spend stamina on this. I don't know how much I should be spending on this, so. Hold off for now. Not sure. I don't know, I think it could work. I mean, I don't see why it couldn't. Anyway, we have to go home to progress the story, so might as well do that. Vending machine, you can buy from this one. Gives SP stuff too. Kind of neat little neighborhood. This is where Wonder lives, by the way. Apparently his parents are overseas, so he gets the whole house to himself. He got a nice house too, man. Look at this place. You can cook over here. You can garden out back. Nope. Got a different school he goes to. Where's this room? Better than an attic? Better than an attic. Got his own closet. You can get cosmetics. Dress them up in different ways. Do different outfit sets and everything. Of course, he's got his workbench. He's got a whole ass couch in his room, dang. Is this box gun? No, it's yep. Should I mess with her? Wrong number. Haha, hilarious. Goofier than I thought. Right, so found a shop that looks useful. I'm free. What year is in P5X in? Not sure. Might be a different timeline, like I said before. Unlocked friends? Wow. Who knew? Oh, that's why I don't... Oh, I should have completed the tutorial in real life. Looks like he's got a PS4 there of some description. Very obvious PlayStation looking controllers and what appears to be a Switch Lite of some description, or a PC handheld on the side table there. Yeah, I think that's who she's talking about. Is Gundad. Yeah, you can see it just says yesterday, today, tomorrow. It doesn't give any actual dates. Okay, what time is it? Let's go for like another half an hour or so. Well, let me think. Because all we have to do today really is level up Pixie. So we can spend like an hour on that or whatever. Maybe beat the mid-boss. As long as we spend like an hour on Pixie, we're probably fine. So yeah, we could go for like another hour and a half. I want to see a P4? Fair. Well, let's go a little bit longer. At least we want to get to a Y and everything, right? Central Street, right? Yeah. I think it's supposed to be kind of like a different world, parallel timeline kind of thing. Pretty early in the game, so it's not completely obvious what you should always be doing, but yeah. Nope, they were trying to show me an event thing. Oh, they want me to buy something. No. No, I'm good. I've spent enough money on Persona and everything. I still have to go and buy Rideout at some point. Alright. Hey Mota, how's it going? Kind of wish this game is good so far. Yeah, it's pretty good. It looks a lot like P5. It doesn't play a lot like P5, but it looks a lot like P5. It's got some cool stuff. Visually, it's very good. It's cool that they were able to stay so close to like the original art style and everything for the game and all that. So. Ah, yes, explaining how fake gun become real gun in imaginary land. IOI. Oh yeah, I don't know if I was planning on playing it all through today, but it does seem to be like very much P5 tutorial land length palace, so we'll see how far we get today. I thought also that it would take up like stamina to get through, but it doesn't look like it since it's the tutorial one.
戦術の幅を広げるなら飛び道具だろうな。
飛び道具。
I mean, to be fair, we also have Tai, Tamaki, or whatever.
何？
お前らミリタリーマニアってわけじゃなさそうだし、特にそっちの長者は共同不審なんだよ。
翔ちゃんって。
うちの商品使ってどこぞで悪さしようって腹じゃないのか。
まずいよ。ここの店長、やばい筋の人って。
入る前に言ってほしい。
質問するぞ。ここに来た目的を言え。
We have a fight coming.
このご時世にまだお前らみたいのがいたとはな。言葉の裏を読み取るつもりはねえが、人様にぶっ放してくれなけりゃそれでいい。
岩井宗久。
もったけ、ジョージャン呼ばわりして悪かったな。お前には特別なのを出してやる。
I think it's a different VA. I can't tell though. I guess I haven't listened enough to the Japanese EY VA from the original P5, but he sounds a little different. But that could just be. Tutorial coin time, yeah. Time to do a weapon draw. So of course we get this snazzy animation for gotching for weapons. Don't get too excited, by the way. This is a guaranteed result.
いいんですか？本当にただ。
妙な勘繰りしちまったけじめだよ。下手こいてうちやマニア連中に迷惑だけはかけん。また来い。
Alright, we have access to weapons now. It is, but there's also Japanese. There's Chinese and Japanese. I believe it defaults to Japanese for the global. But I think you can pick and choose. It's part of the reason why the game's so big, actually, I think. Because you have to download all the Chinese and English voice files.
これだ。これにしよう。
Okay. I'm trying to. What is going on? Dude, this controller. Sometimes I swear. Okay. Can I overclock this, or am I like... Oh, Wonder's level has to be 20. Yeah. Wonder's level dictates a lot. It's Wonder's level is basically your account level in other gacha games, to make an equivalency there. How high a level he is dictates how much you can enhance, like, other people do various things.
これでお仕置きされたら嫌じゃないですか。私の手番で。
加勢してやろう。こいつを甘く見ると痛い目に遭うぞ。
It's kind of fun that Luful here uses Tonfa.
この輝き。こいつを甘く見る。わしを選んで正解だ。
Mechanically, I think he plays a similar role to
お兄様になら安心してお任せできます。
to Morgana, where he uses fire and has healing attacks and stuff. Well, healing attacks, right? No, he's not. He needs a lot of investment. especially if you're a free-to-play player, would not recommend Ryuji. Your best bet for pulling on the gacha right now, is to try and get on, then Morgana, and then maybe Ryuji if you have extra. But On and Morgana are a lot more free-to-play friendly. On especially scales like really well in the current meta, where she'll be relevant for a really long time, especially for free-to-play teams. Skull can be good, but he's a single target crit build, and he needs support to like be good, and then he's only good for bosses. On is like AoE fire damage dealer. Morgana is good healing, survivability, and everything. Ryuji needs a lot of investment to like be worthwhile, unfortunately. And then obviously Joker is good, because of course Joker is going to be really good. No, it looks like we have enough to do a 10 draw for the weapons. Might as well do that in a minute. We can pick which weapons we want to show up if we lose the 50-50. I guess let me just grab this. And this, yeah. No, actually. Yeah, that's fine. This is the 50-50. If you lose the 50-50 on the pity, then you go to these two. You're more likely to get one of these two that you've picked. So it's not a terrible pity system, but okay. Oh. Okay. That's kind of nice. Got at least one 4-star weapon, but I don't think it's for anybody we have. Yumiki only, yeah. Okay. Oh, discount is just like they want me to buy something. Just ignore that. Should I pull in the Joker banner or the one with Yao Ling? One sec. Cohort. Yeah, Lufel just keeps trying to use really old words or like big words. Parallel universe probably. Only times we see him so far has been like cognitive versions of him. I don't think we've actually seen him at all. Not sure the whole plot on this, but that seems to be kind of the vibe it's going for. Let's give it 110%. Not sure yet. Okay. What does that mean? So what should I do? Nope. Gotcha. Part-time work. Okay. City life. Yeah, that's how you access like the side activities. Work at convenience store, work at flower shop, go to the gym. I think you can do one of these one IRL day. I think it's part of your dailies. Yeah, use the one action point. Okay, so maybe you can do this more than once a day. Okay, pretty usual spiel. Very similar, obviously, to the P5 side activities, so. Yeah. Evening. Why did they capitalize the first 3 letters of that? If only it was that quick. What did Metajoules do? Gosh. Oh, hold on. I have to study at the diner. One sec. Okay. So you were asking about pulling on banners. From my understanding, yeah, you should pull. So what you should do is you should try and get to your guaranteed character here. This is uses up your gold tickets, which is like for your permanent banner. This is the beginner banner here. So at 5th, you only have to spend 8 tickets to get 10 pulls here, and once you get to 50, you get a selector, and you can select one of the 3 Phantom Thieves here. So you can always pick at least one of these. So go with that first. If this is the multicolor ones are for your temp events. Jewels can be turned into pulls for your temp events and everything. They can also technically be turned into pulls for your permanent stuff like this, but it's permanent, so don't spend your limited resources on something that's always going to be around. Spend it on something like this that's only going to be around for a little bit. And then this down here is your permanent banner. This is where you'll be spending your gold tickets once you're through the beginner banner. You can choose whether you want to pull them one at a time or if you want to save up and do 10. Not sure if there's like a strategy of like, hey, maybe you should wait. You could wait because we'll probably get more characters added to this eventually, where maybe you'll want to wait for like a certain character to get added to this because we kind of have foreknowledge of like what becomes good and stuff, but I wouldn't know enough about that, so. But yeah, 2 cents, do the beginner banner. You should be doing that. It's a gacha. Do the beginner banner. They want you to get in, get your nice shiny 5-star like Phantom Thief, so you get invested in the game. You know, you have Joker, so pull on him when you can. Try and, you know, get him because he's a good character, and you know it's Joker, and it's only around for like a certain amount of time. So you can see here 26 days, so. But yeah, keeping up with mobile games, especially ones like this, can be a full-time thing. I don't really want to do that too much, but yeah, that's just my understanding is like, of like what's going to be good or whatever. After like doing some research over the last couple of days. Ah, yes, the exciting thing of enhancing weapons. So you have forage. Gotcha, yeah. Extra copies can be infused into a weapon for better passive effects. Got it. By the way, you should be investing in like 3 or 4 characters. Don't try and go too wide with who you're investing in, just because like
なんかドキドキしてきた。
you're obviously only going to have so many resources, and so you want to go ahead and like level up a certain team. Okay, see you later. Good luck on your raid.
出発に向けて準備は万全にな。
Because
派生して
Wonder's level also scales up what enemies are leveled at, so you always want to make sure you're keeping up with what Wonder's level is and like maintaining the characters that you can. So yeah, we'll play P4 later, Lorenzo. Honestly, I thought we'd run out of like energy or something because gacha game by this point, but not so far. Oh, that's right. The daily resets at a really weird time. So that was the daily reset right there. Is it really at this time of day? Dang. Okay. Yeah, as there's our daily gift and everything. Get the login for the daily. Hey, we can do a poll on the see if we get our 5-star Phantom Thief. We can get on a minute. All right, let's get on. We'll go a little bit farther, and then well, maybe we'll just go ahead and get on a minute, and then we'll hop over to P4 maybe. This has been fun, but like, I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be an endless thing. We can like maybe pop in again maybe later. How about, what do you guys think? You guys ready to hop over to P4, or do you want to see a little bit more of the first palace here? Let me pull for on, I guess, a minute before I well, you guys let me know. Yeah, because we got 9, so well, you just got here, but yeah. See if anybody else has an opinion. Yeah, gacha games get like that. I really do wish I could also. I also wish I could turn off the UI. Okay. Okay. So that was our starting banner. Now we can grab on for our selector. Yep. Yeah, it gets really busy. If you thought P5's UI was already kind of busy, this gets even worse, unfortunately. But yep, so that was the end of the beginner banner. So now I just have to work on saving these up for now, and work on getting Joker at some point. Yeah, you guys ready for P4? All right. So, all right, let's take a look at On real quick in the game, and we'll head over to P4. I guess let me just like level her up real quick or something. Yep, that's On. Wow, who could have guessed? Anyway. That's Carmen. All right. But yeah, overall, a lot more fun than I thought it would be, to be honest. Still, it's a gacha game. We'll see. I'll probably keep playing it a little bit, like off stream, and let you know what I think maybe tomorrow or as time goes on. We'll probably pop in every once in a while to like do polls on like new events or something, like when the P3 characters come around to global or whatever, we can pop in and see how they're doing or whatever. But for the most part, yeah, it's fine. It's interesting, but it's also a gacha game, so your mileage may vary. Anyway, let me pop over here real quick. Mute that. I'll go and close that for now. Let me just get the... Yeah, I'll timestamp the VOD, so if somebody's coming back later, they can like just skip to whatever they want to look at, if they want to just skip to the P4 thing. Okay, let me just edit the Twitch thing, because right now we're sitting in Persona 5 Phantom X on Twitch, so let me just change the title and stuff over there. Yeah, weird to think that, you know, now we have P5X and this game came out like so much later, right? Okay. Oh, I had Google Chrome. Yeah, I had Google Chrome open this whole time. Ha! Alright, I'll close that. Loading, loading, loading. Warning, warning, warning. About to ocean my identity. Kick down the world. Open your mind. Sure. I guess we can get rid of the timer, because I have already made Pixie. Ended up taking me an extra like 4 hours, but I made Pixie. So yeah, I spent 2 hours re-rolling Pixie's skills after stream that Sunday. And then earlier today, I spent an hour remaking Jack Frost and Ouroboros with more physical skills and stuff, so they couldn't pass. So I was more likely to get what I wanted on Pixie. I did a whole write-up in the Discord if you want to check the Persona channel of like what all my options were. I eventually got down to this. So this is Mazio, Repel Fire, Agi, Garodine, and Sharp Student. I decided that Enduring Soul was not necessary because we can get an Endure accessory. It won't be Enduring Soul, but it'll be Endure pretty soon here. In fact, we could technically get one a time now from random golden chests, and you can get an Enduring Soul accessory from the last couple of dungeons. However, there's no other way to cover Pixie's fire weakness other than like getting like Repel Fire or something else like that on her. So in the end, I decided Enduring Soul was not super necessary. I would have, between the two, between Repel Fire or Enduring Soul, I decided Repel Fire was more important. So that's where we're at with that. So yeah, this is what Pixie's gonna look like for the rest of the game, pretty much. You know, she's gonna level up some, but apart from that, who knows, maybe magician cards do work on her and we can get like a skill upgraded or something, or maybe a skill will get downgraded. We'll find out. Go gambling, but yep, covers her win and weakness. So I wonder if Izanami's dungeon here, it has a Doom soundtrack just like P5's Depths of Mementos. Yeah, I don't know. to keep shuffling personas back and forth to have needed inheritance. It's also part of persona building. Yeah. If we go into my compendium. Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it. Yeah. I guess now we get to like toss out all of our personas besides Pixie and see if we can get stats on her or like upgrade one of her skills or something at some point. I still don't know if it actually works on like if it chooses randomly from personas you don't have equipped or if it chooses randomly from all your personas. So I guess we're gonna find out. Yeah. But yeah, if you go into my compendium now, like you can see on like Ouroboros has like Repel Fire, Jack Frost has well, I guess this is the old one. Guapo has Garudine, Pyro Jack, Enduring Soul. Two. Valkyrie has Enduring Soul. I was just trying to like pass things around and like get them on to who I wanted them on. So anyway, yeah. So yeah, we covered Pixie's only real weakness, so that's good. Sharp Student isn't my favorite, but you know, having less crits on the MC is probably going to be valuable. So, all right, let's head inside the Velvet, or sorry, let's head inside the Metaverse. No, we'll head inside the TV world. Man, I'm getting whiplash going from that to this, honestly. Just like major whiplash. What's the plan today? The plan is simple, GA. We're gonna go in, I'm gonna level up Pixie. I'm gonna put on speed up, we're gonna listen to some music, and we're gonna try and get Pixie to a decent level. And then we're probably gonna try and clear out a little bit more of Heaven. We've got like one more floor until the mid boss, so yeah, I always forget that the fox hangs out, so. Your Junas. Okay, so let's go ahead and fuse away or kick out the rest of our personas, because I really want to test if getting stat cards will let us get more stats on Pixie or not. We're probably going to go into a lower level dungeon first, just so I don't like die instantly. The best dungeon theme? Heaven. Easily. Gotta be Heaven. Have I made a Kirkahime? I've made a Kirkahime. I'm just trying to make things that I haven't made yet before I kick these guys out. I don't think I've made Garuda yet. Apart from P4, apart from Heaven. I don't know. I think... I don't know, I've heard them all so much, I kind of like background noise them at this point. Grinding in all the different versions of P4 that I've played, right? Well, one, the vibe is fun, the song is really good. Like, really, really good. And also it's like one of the last dungeons of the game. It's like when you start really hitting the end game. And it's like a big moment in the game, because like at this point, from here on out, we're pretty much in the end game. Whatever ending you get, the Heaven dungeon is the beginning of the end. Because if you get the bad ending, that's pretty soon after beating the Heaven dungeon. If you get the accomplice ending, it's about the same time. If you get the true ending, that's, you've got one more dungeon after this, and if you get the quote-unquote best ending or whatever, you have 2 more dungeons after this, but you're still getting like down there. Like, the game only goes until the end of December. The Heaven Dungeon starts at the start of November. We have less than 2 in-game months left. I did the math, by the way. I think it's possible to technically possible to get all the social links done at this point in the game, but I'm not sure. At least we have enough time, but like I don't know if we have, I don't know if like point wise we're gonna have enough time. So all right, I'm gonna kick everything out besides Pixie because we're gonna try and see if we can get some stats on her. So let me make a save. Which dungeon should we head into? I don't think I have any like drop items I need to farm out. Well, no, that's not true. Let me check real quick. If we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, that'd be nice. Right. Quest. Yeah, find coal. And calorium. Let me look where those drop from real quick. Let's kill 2 birds with 1 stone here and try and level up Pixie while we do this real quick. So Persona 4 request. Yeah, just major whiplash, honestly, going from P5X to this. Okay, so these are dropped by Power Castles in the Secret Laboratory, and then the Find Coal is dropped. No, that's the one I was looking at. 31 is Steel Machine in the Void Quest. Okay, so let's go to Void Quest first. That's fine. Trying to think. Who do I have to talk to for Void Quest? I think I have to talk to you, don't I? Yes. Okay, so let's grab Yukiko and Chie, right? And then do we want to bring Kanji or do we want to bring Kanji or Naoto? Because both of them I need to level up for the final boss fight of the current dungeon. Well, Naoto I don't need to level up for the current. No, actually, you know what? Yeah, we'll bring Kanji because Naoto I'll use for like the main like actual dungeon climbing. So we can get Kanji some extra levels here by while we're going back to some previous dungeons. Okay, so let's let me grab that armor off you real quick, give it over to Kanji so he can get some XP here. Should be good. All right. Hey Cole, how's it going? Is there an extra boss after you beat the boss the first time you clear the dungeon in OG P4 as well? Yeah, there is. Yep. Both Yukiko and Yosuke are still using those weapons from them because, you know, plus 50 SP. Hey Kojo. And, you know, plus 40 SP. Especially since I don't have access to the Reaper stuff because Reaper's New Game Plus exclusive on the original version of the game. So okay, so what floor do we have to work up to for this? So Steel Machine on the 9th and 10th floor. Okay, so we got to work up to the 9th floor at least. I should probably just have the MC defend for the first couple of fights until Pixie levels up a couple of times, unless we have no other choice. But ice and wind. Okay. Well, it's Mabufu. Oh, I should probably turn on speed up, yeah. Alright, let me get the music going. Well, we'll do it after this fight, that's fine. Yeah, time keeps ever moving forward, doesn't it? Okay, so let's try and grab a blank card here. Now I just have to grab blank cards until I get, there's level 11, until I get, a card that can affect Pixie, so we can see if, she can actually get stats and, like, skill upgrades and stuff if I have only her in the, you know, persona inventory. Technically, it would be kind of nice to have, a specific, persona for healing besides Pixie, but it's not a huge deal right now. Because I could make something like with Meteor Rahan and Spellmaster, and then use it from the overworld without equipping it. But I don't need to do that really, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. And then let me just get this real quick. And let me skip forward a bit because, yeah. Let's skip a little bit deeper into the playlist. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. That should be fine. Okay. Just trying to skip a little bit deeper into it because it always randomizes the same exact way. So, and now I'll just go ahead and turn on speed up so we can get through this a little bit faster, hopefully. But yeah, so Pixie's at the level. Have I played Earthbound? No, I do want to though. It's on my to-do list. I was actually thinking about it last year. I was debating between that or Chrono Trigger towards the end of last year, right? I ended up playing Chrono Trigger, so. Maybe next time I need a break from Atlas games. If Atlas ever gives me a break. I'm trying to get through this P4 Pixie only thing. Meanwhile, they're releasing a remaster of Rydao in the global release of P5X. Dang it. Okay, so Chariot. Mothman's agility went up by 2. Dang it! I don't think Pixie can get those stat cards. Because, like, I had Pixie... Well, I guess maybe we just lost the 50-50. I'm trying to get blank cards. Because I don't care about getting extra stats on, like, Mothman. Aw, dang it. Yeah, pretty much. I just don't know if it's even possible for Pixie to even get those stat cards at this point. No. We want to save our gold keys for heaven. I might have to do a little bit of that this week. Well, maybe I'll do that some today or like later this weekend. But I need to like use up like... I want to go through and like open like 20, 30 gold chests in heaven so we can get some good accessories out of it. Because there were some decent accessories that can start spawning once we get to the heaven dungeon in the gold chests. So, I don't know. From Golden, I think they're gonna try and do something with Yosuke. Yosuke is like an all-arounder, and he never really has a spot in the late game, so I wonder if they're gonna try and make him better. They might also pull back a little bit on how broken Naoto is in Golden, because Naoto is very broken in Golden, so it's possible, not entirely probable, but it is possible that they pull back and like make her not as good and not as ubiquitous. Here in Vanilla P4, she's already pretty decent. She's got some physical AoE skills and her light and dark coverage, obviously, so. And before they double down on her being broken, on there being broken / useless, we'll see. I mean, I don't think the game is going to be very hard one way or another. What skills do you leave for Naoto and Golden? I usually make her a good all-arounder and just give her the highest level of Invigorate. I know some people like to stack Invigorate 2 and 3 on her for the Marie dungeon, but I find that to be not too necessary usually, personally. Did you get Nanako's items for getting high scores? Only the third one so far. We still have the fourth one, the Endurer one, which I'm gonna need because I didn't get Enduring Soul on Pixie. I had to choose between Repel Fire and Enduring Soul, or my Sanity. I could have lost my Sanity and kept re-rolling for another who knows how long, right? But in the end, I had to pick one of those three things, and I picked Repel Fire because we can get an accessory for Endure and technically for Enduring Soul if we get lucky with gold chests, but we can't get one for like the only way to get a resist fire charm is to date Yukiko and then like hang out with her on Christmas. So hopefully we don't get another power creep. Yeah. Hopefully they do a little bit better. For Naoto? I mean, that's fine too. It depends on what you want. I find insta-kill skills to not be as reliable as I'd like. I like the coverage a bit better on Naoto, especially with her ability to mind charge, which obviously doesn't affect light or dark skills. So, no, I don't. I wanted the blank card. Give me the blank card, game. I want the blank card. I don't want to pick up a persona here. I want the chance to like get more XP or like get stats or something. What level are we grinding to? I'm not sure. My main focus right now is just to like grab the 2 drop items and then we'll see where we're at. Probably we could just keep grinding for most of the day. I guess we'll grab those 2 drop items and then we'll start pushing into the Heaven dungeon. I've got one more floor until we get to the mid boss. So, okay, what's the difference between Fatal End and Mighty Swing, game? To the wiki, because gosh darn, does P4 not want to tell me what the difference between medium Mighty Swing and Fatal End is, because they both had the same exact description. So Mighty Swing is 30% crit, 135 base power. Fatal End is lower crit. It's literally just, why do these have the same description? Mighty Swing is just a straight upgrade to Fatal End, but you wouldn't know that if you just looked at the game. Gosh darn it, Atlas, sometimes you really bug me with that stuff. Would Pixie get more XP if she's the only persona with you? No, but MC might get more XP if he was the only one in the party. At least that's the way it works in P3 Fez, so I imagine it works the same here, because XP is distributed amongst the party. But that'd be taking an awful big risk to go in with like a level 13 Pixie or something, so. Yeah, I really like Pokemon Platinum's music and stuff. I have a lot of nostalgia for Pokemon Platinum. That was the one I got into the most. I've played all the way up through all the 3DS stuff. I kind of fell off on Switch. I'd like to play those at some point, maybe on stream or something. I have, I think, Scarlet and Arceus, like Legends Arceus. So I'd like to play those at some point, but just haven't gotten around to it. Hasn't been a huge priority, to be honest. I don't know. Pokemon games are fun. I just don't like some of the newer ones. I think the 3D thing was kind of a misstep, to be honest with you. At least for the mainline games. Or without, like, giving them more time, so. Sorry, I just have to look up what the Lovers one is. I don't think it's stats or anything, unfortunately, but might be, like, more XP after fights or something, which would be useful. Powerful Shadows. Oh, I don't care about this. Don't play the remakes of Diamond and Pearl, though. Yeah, those are dookie. Imagine not fixing bugs from, like, the original game and just, like, leaving them in. And then, like, also having a god-awful art style. Like, maybe some people like that, but on the whole, it doesn't seem like people do, and I do not like it either. Are you planning to level her to at least level 50? I mean, she'll get there eventually. I'm not too worried about her level. I think once we get through stuff like grabbing drop items for these 2 current quests I have. So there's one here, and then there's one in the dungeon after this. What's the dungeon after this? Naoto's dungeon that I have to grab. And so once I've grabbed these 2, she'll probably be at around like 20 something, right? Because we're wearing the thing that gives us more XP on the MC. So we'll see where we're at by that point. Maybe if I have to, I'll grind a little bit for the final boss of the Heaven dungeon, but I imagine she'll just kind of level up naturally as things go on. See how much damage. She can at least knock it down, and yeah. Being able to play Scarlet on Switch 2 would be experience changing for initial playthrough. Yeah. Honestly, I've intentionally made it so I don't have the updates on my Switch for Scarlet. I'd like to play it like day 1 style at some point. I think that'd be funny if I just go back and see like what the day 1 no patches experience was like for that game. All right, what do we got? Fortune is luck. So, okay. So here, okay. So, moment of truth here. Oh, speaking of heaven. Huh, that was somebody's reinterpretation of it. Okay. Moment of truth. Can Pixie actually get stat cards if she's equipped? Because if this affects Pixie in any way, she can get stats. If it says we don't have anybody who can get stats, then Pixie cannot upgrade skills and cannot get extra stats or anything, because we have to always have Pixie equipped. So, hi, Coltrot. Moment of truth. You drew the upright fortune. Pixie's luck has increased by 3! Yes! Okay, so she is the only persona I will hold on to that she can get stats. Great, okay. Oh, all right, cool. Ah, that's nice. So, yeah. Now, I might still need some. I might still need to hold on to some personas if I need to level up some for like Margaret's request or something. But for the time being, yeah. Yeah, indeed I did, Union. Yeah, I was just testing. I didn't even know if it was possible to get extra stats on your equipped persona. So I wasn't sure if that was going to work for Pixie. This does mean, so we will be rolling. I think on the whole, it'll be more stats than not, but it is possible to get like lowered stats or like downgrade a skill or something. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, we were playing it early on stream, Nash, hence the thumbnail, but I mean, it's decent. It looks okay. The tutorial dungeon has been fun so far, but like, it's still a gacha game at its core, so it'll be fun for like 2 weeks or whatever, so. Level 17, Pixie, how does that help? Sorry, what is your question? What is that question? I don't understand the question. What do you mean, how does that help? Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I haven't gotten too far into it either. I haven't even finished the tutorial dungeon, to be honest with you, so. What do you mean? What do you... Jeppo, have you been paying attention? Hi, Night Willow. Have you been paying attention at all? Like, the whole point of this is that it's Pixie only. I have seen those videos, Chase. Yeah, they're pretty good. I have to work in some more music into some of these playlists, to be honest with you. Got to get on listening to more stuff. Yeah, so I don't understand your question. What is your question? What do you mean, what are we gonna do with Pixie? We're gonna use it. That's our Pixie for the rest of the game. I just thought it'd be higher leveled. I just remade it. I said earlier I spent 5 hours making this version of Pixie. Like, this is the final version of her, but yeah, this is I spent 5 hours trying to get like good skills on her, and this is what I came up with after like 5 hours of re-rolling skills and stuff. So but yeah, with shuffle time and stuff though, somebody was saying that this looks more dynamic. It's better in some ways. It's like an expansion on Persona 3's shuffle time, which makes a lot of sense, obviously. But there are, I do like the solitaire like little mini game thing that Golden has, but the Golden one is definitely more overpowered. So, oh my gosh, 5 hours is crazy. I mean, not all in one straight go. We spent about an hour on stream. I spent 2 hours off stream that same day re-rolling, and then I spent 2 hours earlier today. So thankfully it's the last time I have to make Pixie, and that's part of the reason why I was so like meticulous about it. But yeah, I spent like 5 hours total because random skill inheritance and everything. Yeah, money makes money, baby. Golden is so much more broken though. Yeah. I'd have to like really restrict what I could do to make it interesting, or do like a rebalance mod or something. Do you think they'll keep the PS2 shuffle time in Revival? Probably not. Well, no, they'll use the Golden. I think Golden is going to be the basis for the remake. So they'll have like the solitaire game. Whether it'll be exactly the same, probably not. It wasn't exactly the same for P3R, so. So what are the cards with the slashes through them? They are like penalty cards. If you pull a penalty card, you don't get any XP or money from that fight or any drop items. So there's a risk reward for getting that kind of stuff. Level 20 for Pixie. Nice. So yeah, so there's like an actual risk reward factor with shuffle time, but it is like less interesting than P4 Goldens to actually do. So they're basically the other Arcana cards. No, you have all the Arcana cards. All the Arcana cards have either have a positive and negative effect. And it's just like I think it's about a 60-30, like a 60% chance of being positive and like a 30% chance of being negative, something like that. Maybe it's a 50-50 and I'm just kind of lucky on that, but seems like about a 60-30. So there we go. So for example, a lot of the cards have similar effects as they do in Golden, where like all the cards that can increase your stats can decrease your stats randomly on a random persona or stuff like that. Like there's one that like reveals the whole map, where it like disables the map for a little bit. There's just stuff like that. There's one that like restores all your SP to full but puts your HP at 1, or restores your HP to full but puts your SP to 1. There's one that like refills your HP and SP but kicks you out of the dungeon, or puts your HP and SP down to 1 and kicks you out of the dungeon. So you don't. It just has like resists. I could just use fire break. Yeah. It's like one of the places where break skills are useful. Is like those robots. Which is probably part of the reason why so many of the party members get break skills in this game, but yeah. For like one enemy type, it doesn't make too much sense. I did think about going almighty on Pixie actually, but I ended up deciding against it. Just because I thought it would be more applicable to have different like elemental skills to cover for not having certain party members. Like there is no reason for me to use Yosuke at this point, pretty much, because I have Garudine on Pixie. So once her shoot, wrong person. Once her magic stat gets to a decent level, she'll out damage like Yosuke, right? So there won't be any real reason to use Yosuke too much. But that also means I don't need to bring along Yosuke, right? So I mean, that's also, you can also use Megiddo, but you don't need it. That's kind of the nice thing about like Atlas RPGs, right? You don't need a certain strategy most of the time, and if you do, then it's bad boss design, to be honest. I drew a blank card. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's one way to deal with it, so. Like that saxophone on that song. I have an affinity for the sax because an alto sax is the only instrument I know how to play. Ah, yes, good old Eterna City. Oh, okay, so I should be looking for our drop item, actually. Because we're on the 9th floor. So it's on this floor and the 10th floor that our dude spawns. So what are we looking for? We're looking for the mystical scarab. No, we're looking for something dropped by the steel machine, which may be the thing that we fought earlier. System quest. Colurium. So do I have that? Do I already have that Colurium? It does not appear so. Okay, so what is the steel machine? Yeah, it's those bigger robot dudes. Okay, so I have to go and beat more of those bigger robot dudes until he drops the Colurium. Oh wait, I have it right there. I was literally hovering over it. Okay, well, cool. That's that quest done. Let's get to the 10th floor and teleport out of here. We can pick up a chest on the way. And then we can do the other request, which is at Naoto's dungeon. So let's one thing at a time. Gen 4 are such beautiful cities. Yeah, so does Gen 5, honestly. I really do like the pixel art and everything, obviously, in Gen 4 and 5. Yeah, I don't know. I think that you could definitely make 3D Pokemon games work. I just think that unless they want to have like two teams developing like every other mainline Persona game, like, or sorry, every other Pokemon game, like Call of Duty did for a while there, I feel like you should probably just go back to 2D, but I guess they're kind of in it now where they can't, like, they're already on the cliff. They can't back off now, you know? People already kind of expect 3D, so I bet if they went back to 2D, there'd be some people who would be upset. Let me just kick out that Alaroon, because we don't need people sucking up our stat points for Pixie. Pixora was always so much better. I agree overall. I do, and I think a lot of designs didn't translate very well into 3D. I think 3D could work. I think Dragon Quest Monsters on the Switch is a good example of that, right? Kind of a similar type game, lots of creatures, 3D models, looks pretty good. But I think they would either need more time or they would they need something, man, because like, man. Yeah. Yeah. It's funny how like people were so negative about like, I remember back in the 3DS era where people were still kind of negative about like Black and White and Black and White 2. And now it's like, don't know, like people have pretty much come completely around on them, and now it's like, oh my gosh, those games were so good. So, well, yeah, I thought so too at the time, but a lot of people didn't. I don't know, people were kind of annoyed. Actually, a big part of like why people didn't like Black and White 1, you know, kind of interestingly enough, was because you couldn't access most of the national decks or anything. Like, they didn't let you get any old Pokemon until you beat the main game, so you had to use all new stuff. I remember how fresh that was. It felt pretty nice, honestly, at the time, but I understand why some people didn't like that. Or a lot of people didn't, I guess. What are we doing? We gotta go talk to Naoto. Okay. So, which floor are we going to? I think it's pretty far in there anyway, but because we got to get some fine coal, and it's on the 7th and 8th floor, dropped by power castles, who are just, yeah, those big castle dudes, and they are weak to wind. Nice. We have Garudon on Pixie, so that'll work out. Yeah. Okay. Oh, they repel physical, so I'll have to keep an eye out for that. Okay. Well, let's get to them first. So they should be on the 7th and 8th floor. Gen 6 isn't bad, it just seems to play it safe. The 3DS stuff, yeah. X and Y wasn't terrible. It was just like really mid. Like, it didn't really have much going on, like story-wise. The levels were kind of whack. It was pretty easy. You know, the ice gym leader, who's like, what, the last one or second to last one? It's like Johto all over again, right? With its level balancing, where like you have, at least with Johto, it was because they wanted you to like do a whole other region afterwards. That one, it just like had really bad level balancing. Because like one of the last gym leaders is an ice type gym leader, and he has like 3 Pokemon, and you're like almost done with the game. And the story was like really mid. Yeah. I mean, the like thing at the end with like the flower Pokemon and that one dude was interesting, but like that was not the main focus of the story for most of the time. Maybe it would have been if we ever got a like what are you weak to? Electricity. Okay. Maybe it would have been if we got a Pokemon Y or whatever, or sorry, Pokemon Z, but nope. And now we're getting like Pokemon ZA, like we ever got a Pokemon Z. Like, I wonder whatever happened with Pokemon Z, because it was obvious that Zygarde was supposed to be for Pokemon Z, right? And then they just kind of shoved him into like Pokemon Sun and Moon. It's very odd. Okay, endurance on Pixie. Hey! 3 endurance on Pixie. Nice. That helps out a lot, really. It does. It's not always 3 every time, by the way. It can be 1, 2, or 3 in the positive direction, and it can be 1 and 2 in the negative direction. On the whole, I think it's a net positive to always roll the dice on getting stats. But usually it'll be on a random persona that you'll fuse away usually pretty quickly, so here it makes a lot more of a difference. But yeah, GT, I seem to remember that Pokemon GT. I feel like I've heard of that Meddler. I know I've heard of that somewhere before. Pokemon GT. I mean, there's GTS, but that's not what I'm looking for. No, I'm just getting the trading card game. Oh, because TCG. Why is it autocorrecting to TCG? Well, because Pokemon, yeah. Where have I heard of Pokemon TG? No, I can't find it. You'll have to remind me. Please share with us your wisdom. Oh, okay. I feel maybe there was a GT. My bad. I'm stupid. I remember grinding one of these quests in gold for hours. Yeah, sometimes the drop items are nuts. Honestly, I'm glad that like getting all the items unlocked at Dodera isn't a achievement on Steam, because that would take forever, man. It's hard to keep track of what you have unlocked at Dodera and like how many drop items you need and how many you've already sold. It's a real pain in the ass. The Owen remakes came out right after X and Y, so I think they just wanted to make the remakes for fans with the nostalgia because they knew it would make them money. Yeah, I mean, there was that. I always remember that one infamous interview, though. Well, infamous for me, at least, with, like, the devs and them being like, yeah, we have to compete with, like, mobile games for people's attention, for, like, kids' attention nowadays. And it's like, what the fudge are you talking about? What kids are you, like, trying to, like... What are you talking about? I had to order giants. You get the sword for the MC in the Mitsuo dungeon? No. There wasn't any point to it. Literally not a point to doing so. He has a mid crit rate up sword on him, and yeah, Pixie doesn't have a strength stat, so there's not much point in punching with him. Unless I want to get a crit or something, so. And even then, most of the time, if he's not doing anything else, he should probably just be defending, because MC, right? But yeah. Hone remakes were on the whole decent, but like not super great. I mean, it was kind of disappointing that they took away some of the like gambling aspects, I guess, because children, but like Pokemon has always been for children. I don't know, there's this weird thing where it's like Pokemon was always for children, but it had things for like teens and adults to try, like especially in Gen 3 and Gen 4 and Gen 5 too, right? Gen 3 through 5 all had like post-game like areas to like, if you were an adult and you were still playing these games, here's like your interesting battle challenges and stuff, right? Or here's contests or something, right? Just like something else for you to do. The only thing I didn't want to get, because I have to kick out Throne. I think, what is my least favorite enemy type in Persona 3 and 4? I don't know. I want to joke and say tables, but yeah, probably the Order Giants are pretty much up there. Order Giants are the castles. Just these like really tanky enemies that are really hard to deal with sometimes. All right, did we get our drop item? We've killed some guys. Did we get our, what are we looking for? We're looking for coal. I think we only need one, right? Because there's Colurium, so if it's going to be anywhere, it's going to be around here. Okay. We haven't gotten it yet. I think we could go to the 7th floor as well, though, because they also spawn there. I think Game Freak shifted to being more safe, so they removed buying Pokemon at the game counter. Yeah. Well, they also removed the game counter entirely when they did the Hoenn remakes, so. Yeah, it's almost like the games are almost like an afterthought now. And I guess from a sales perspective wise, they are. I don't know, it's a weird thing where it's like the games were how everything started, but now like they're not the main source of revenue. So I feel like less care is being taken with them. Could be wrong there, but you know. Oh, magician. Okay, hold on. Shut. That's enough beneath the mask for now. Okay. Magician. Are we gonna get an upgrade skill or a downgrade skill? Let's go gambling! Did I kick out Throne? Well, me Patra became Patra. Not the worst thing that could have happened. Oh well. Oh well. Yeah, we'll just have to go gambling again. We'll just have to win twice now so we can get back to even, so we can get back in the positive, right? All right. Because you all saw how good my luck was last night. I was literally cheating at the Yakuza gambling mini games, and I still couldn't win somehow. I think Game Freak has shifted to being more safe, so they, yeah. Kanji busted. Kanji pretty good. How's it going, Corgi? Oh wait, you were here earlier. My bad. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was somehow cheating and still losing. That's sad, man. Like, imagine having to cheat and then, like, losing on top of that. Like, you still can't win. I should heal after this. Oh, dang. I missed. Oh, I guess Pixie's agility isn't quite to, like... Yeah, these are level 54 enemies. Pixie's agility is not going to be enough, I think. We haven't tried electricity. Might as well try it. Why does he have Mazio and Mazionga? Kanji, why is your level list like this? Not yet. She's only like level 23. These are like level, like I said, level 50 some enemies. It's not surprising, to be honest. See, she got them both there. All right. Hey, there's 3 fine coal. I think that's everything we needed. Level 29. She's getting there. Okay. Let me just double check that I only need 1 coal or whatever. Like, I don't need a ton of it, I think, right? Yeah, I only need 1. Was there any other quests? Nope. Okay. Let's go ahead and get out of here for now. Or maybe we do like 1 more fight and get Pixie to level 30. And then we'll heal up, swap out Kanji for Naoto, and head into the Heaven Dungeon. I'll turn off the music at that point because we'll want to pay attention to the Heaven Dungeon because it's the one we're currently on, so don't want to randomly die. This, we have a bit more wiggle room, right? Because it's like, we've already been here, we're over leveled for this area, but Heaven is the one we're currently on, so. And Pixie will just have to keep leveling up as we go, so. Hopefully she can get some extra stats or something. See how much Garodine does here. 144, not bad. She's still doing more with her basic attack, but yeah. Yeah, there's level 30 for Pixie. All right, let's get out of here. Head over to the Heaven Dungeon a minute. Like I said, we've got like 1 more floor until the mid-boss, so we'll try and do that real quick. Maybe we'll open up some gold chests we could... Oh, Golden Hand. Have I played Super Mario Mon? I have not. One thing I want to play on stream at some point, though, is Moemon. I want to do a Moemon Nuzlocke at some point. Nice. Free money, baby. And some, and an extra gold chest key, yeah. Rob that man for his lunch money. Physical mirror, that'll be nice. You kind of want to use Tetrakarn and Makarakarn for the first phase of the Namatame boss fight, but I don't have access to those because Golden added those skills for Naoto, but yeah, and I didn't put them on Pixie, so so we're gonna be probably using some items for that. Oh shoot, that was wrong, wasn't it? Yeah, my bad. Yeah, I get kind of sloppy when we're like just chatting and I've got the music on and we're doing speed up, so gotta make sure we're not doing that for the Heaven Dungeon. Oh, let's get a blank card if we can. Nope. Okay, nothing. Oh yeah, speaking of Persona music, I think this is from Persona Trinity Souls, by the way. This one here. The very odd anime. Maybe we should watch that on Wednesdays. We're almost obviously we're almost done with P4, so we're almost done with the P4 anime as well, that we've been watching on Discord. Been trying not to get ahead of the game, like where we are in the game. So was actually watching some of the golden anime because we're all caught up on P4. We didn't move too much because we still haven't completed the heaven dungeon, right? So do that this weekend. Trinity Soul is an anime? Yeah. It's not as action-packed as the protagonist Friends. Barely fight until the very end. Oh, okay. What do you think? Win Junpei or Ryuji? Junpei or Ryuji? Like, if you're asking me, like, P3 Fez Junpei versus P4 Ryuji, probably Ryuji. Are we talking like headcanon, or are we talking like actual stat wise? Because it would probably be Ryuji. I don't know. Maybe I'm being unfair to P3 Fez Junpei because he does get Spring of Life and everything. I just don't use P3 Fez Junpei too much. Okay. Let's head over to the Heaven Dungeon then. And let me turn off speed up. Let me go ahead and turn off the playlist and unmute the game real quick. Like Persona 5 Royal, Ryuji with William and Junpei P3 Fez. I don't know. I really got to give it to Ryuji, obviously, just because like power creep. Like power creep is just like very much a factor when you're talking about like that. I don't know. Ask me again when well, no, wait, no. Right. I guess we could compare Persona 3 Reload Junpei with Persona 5 Royal Ryuji, but then we run into power creep again, right? So alright, swap out for the XP armor. Alright. Well, let's head into heaven. Pretty sure we're right before the mid dungeon boss fight, so I guess we could always try that one as well. It can target weaknesses from, I think, from what I recollect of my notes, so now that we have our fire weaknesses, a fire weakness covered on Pixie, it'd be a bit easier. Although we could just like keep leveling up Pixie and stuff. Oh, there's the stairs. Now let me see if there's a chest. My mind out of those memories. All right.
Totally weak. Better not lose.
Oh yeah.
That one's 2 enemies left. Don't lower your guard now. That's a no-brainer. I'm sure. Oh, yours.
Okay. And now now. Break away and let me out. Can you let me out? Can you set me free from this dark in our world?
Perfect. Leave this to me.
Steady.
Ba-da-bum, ba-da-ba-ba-bum, ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-bum, ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Careful, guys. Don't use darkness. Take this. Now that's a strike. Get him, Chie-senpai. It's tough. Persona! It's not working. Couldn't do it.
Oh, well. Add one more to the death counter. Yeah, maybe we need to go level up Pixie other places first. Let's try this at least one more time. And then, if I need to go and level up Pixie, like, a little bit more, we can do that, too. Maybe we just start from the first floor and, like, work our way up. See how far we can get a minute through the Heaven Dungeon. Let's see, we got about another... Yeah, about another hour or so, a little bit under that. See how far we can get with, like, leveling up Pixie and stuff. I mean, we could always spend more time leveling up Pixie, right? I just assume that, like, with the XP shirt and everything, she'll eventually get there. Although she is starting out fairly far behind. Level 30. Yukiko is level 63 already, so... kind of about where we want to be. Nope, definitely not the case, so... But, that's kind of the point. Yeah, I think we hit that and then it's been kind of hovering around there for a little bit. Yeah, let's start just from the first floor. Who knew? Yeah. Maybe I should, like, I don't know, blindfold myself and just, like, mash buttons until I win. That'd be harder, right? Oh, I know. Instead of using my hands, I'll use my tongue. That'll be harder. What? You mean the game was never meant to be played that way? No, they must have considered that somebody would want to play a blindfolded, no hands speed run.
Someone finish it off.
Yeah.
No problem. It'll be over in a flash. Enemy defeated. Good job, you people.
Haha, get repelled, idiot. 5 hours of work right there. All right. For that one thing. 5 hours of work for that one thing. Well done, Garadine, right?
Wow.
Speaking of which.
Go for it.
Man.
Angie, your offense has been lowered.
Yeah, sure, we'll try. Gotta try for the blank card, right? Nothing happened. Okay. Okay. Well, we have Mazio. Might as well do that a minute. How come I never saw the resemblance of Lady from DMC and Makoto from P5? I mean, they do have the same haircut, I think, right? I feel like they should give Naoto the instant death and light skills and have Yosuke get the damaging light skills in a revival to make his moveset more interesting. Yeah, they'll probably try and do something with Yosuke, but who knows? Maybe they'll give him like some super overpowered Thuruji or like unique skill or something that only he can use. I'm sure that'll make things more interesting. I mean, it'll make people use it more, that's for sure.
I couldn't do it.
Oh, I forgot to swap out Naoto for Kanji a minute. Right, because I did that after saving. And I think I swapped out the armor as well after saving, so I'll have to do those two things real quick. We'll just turn around and go back through the entrance again. Oh gosh, no. Nope, I'm not doing that. I'd like to get the rewards for doing this battle, thanks. Yeah, Pixie's still leveling up like pretty much once per fight, so we're doing okay. We'll get there eventually. I mean, if she can get stat like upgrades and stuff, like, and skill upgrades, she might eventually become like pretty strong, so I don't know if I want any more Persona 5 outfits. They looked kind of weird in P3R. I think we don't need any more P5. I think we've had enough P5. I've had enough P5. I'm ready to move on. I say that, but I'm gonna probably go and play P5X later tonight as well, even off stream, but you know, I don't know. Listen, I didn't buy any of the Persona outfits in Metaphor either. The only thing I bought there was the Etrian Odyssey stuff because it was kind of interesting. Anything else? Anything else? Oh, right, equipment. I gotta swap out the armor real quick. Because Kanji's wearing the XP shirt, but I want that to be on Naoto for right now. Today is the day? No, tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll finish the Heaven Dungeon. No, I'm just trying to level up Pixie. Hence it not being on the weekends. Usually I put like leveling stream on this, but I made the thumbnail a little bit different this time, so because we also did P5X earlier. Ooh, gold hand, golden hand, golden hand, golden hand, golden hand. Dang it, I got the advantage. It's just gonna run away. No, it didn't run away at least.
Don't let it get away.
That was your first mistake.
You can win.
This is the dude that's I can only hit with almighty skills and stuff. Thank goodness I have Naoto.
Last one. Go for it. All yours.
Yep, a little bit of grind. I just remade Pixie with new skills, so it started back out at level 8, so we have to level it up a little bit before the boss tomorrow. Plus, I had to get some drop items, so... But that should be the last time I ever make Pixie in this challenge run, so... Now it's just a matter of trying to get as many stats and, like, skill upgrades that we can on her. And level her up. That or, like, you know, try and make good use of our party members. What do we got here? Weak to fire? Okay, just go on guard. We'll let Yukiko handle this.
Don't give up.
Ouch. Okay, missed everyone. Ah, got Yukiko. Unfortunate.
Senpai's acting weird. Persona.
That's my interpretation, Ash. As somebody who hasn't even completed the tutorial dungeon, that seems to be the case.
Enemies ready.
Parallel universe kind of thing. Maybe it'll become more clear as I get further into the game, but that seems to be the case. Because the only time you see Joker so far is cognitive version or whatever. He shows up a little bit in the intro and everything. Okay.
Wow, it's beauty. This'll be cake.
Hey, it's average, okay? Some would even say slightly above.
Someone finish it off.
Out for the box art, Sojima just draws the P4 box art again and not just have you on the box because they did that with Makoto and P3 art and it looked boring. Yeah.
In a flash.
Yet another, yes, another thing I get to add to my P3R is not a great game. Well, argument. It's a fine game. It's just not a good remake, to be honest. Not a very good.
Last one.
It's not a very good version of the game.
Defeat it.
With all the potential it had, it was sure wasted it.
So who's next in line for us? My level has risen.
Okay, Mudo boost. Nah. I mean, there's a lot of objective things, honestly. It's kind of far down the list. Maybe you could, like, make that argument. The disc art isn't cool. To be fair, that is something I've thought about, like, with more recent titles. I've gone back through, like, my Wii and, like, Xbox 360 games and been like, huh, there's some cool disc art here. And same with, like, PS2 and stuff. And then you go and like look at Xbox One, it's just like the logo on like a black background or something. It's like, oh, well, I mean, this works, but it's kind of disappointing. I mean, it works, but you know, at what cost?
Someone finish it off.
Just 2 left. Wow.
Let's go.
Yeah. I know. Man, if we ever have a boss that just uses fire attacks, we're gonna dominate between Yukiko and Pixie. Make a way and let me out. Can you let me out? Can you set me free from this dark inner world?
Couldn't quite beat it. Persona. I couldn't defeat it.
Oh, here it comes. Get reflected and die, idiot. Die to your own attack. There we go.
I broke a
Pixie leveled up again. Yeah, I gotta see if there's a mod for Metaphor that changes out Gallica for Pixie. If not, then maybe I'll have to like put up a bounty for one or something before we do the Metaphor Pixie only run or something, right? Later this year. Probably is. Yeah. I couldn't find one the other day, but I didn't look too hard. Just kind of browsing whatever was new.
Four enemies left. Don't give up.
If not, like I said, I can just like put up some money or whatever, like on a bounty for somebody to make it for me.
4 enemies down. Our enemies.
Gold chest. Ooh boy. Ah, I gotta get through this dude first. Gotta get through these He-Mans. What do we got? Gardine? Decent amount of damage there, actually. She's getting there. Oh, right, these dudes have counter. Yeah. All right.
All yours. It's not working. It's over.
Okay.
Please come again.
Oh, 35, Pixie.
Leveled up.
One more level and Yukiko will get Media Rahan. That'd be nice for the boss fight. All right, let's see. Gold chest, we get anything good? Come on, show me a good accessory. Monarchy Neko. I think that's an ailment accessory. Let's go find out. Oh, increase luck by 4. All right, not bad. Although I think you can farm out drop items from enemies in this dungeon to get accessories that increase certain stats by 5. So, you know, there is that. Might have to do that at some point, but we don't have to, probably, honestly. We're kind of getting to the point where I don't need to do that kind of stuff. I do want to spend some time, like, getting as many gold chests as we can from this dungeon, but probably not until after we finished it. We'll probably go back in on, like, the last day to save Nanako. And just see if we can get
Let's go.
some, like, treasure chests and stuff. Maybe see if we need any drop items from rainy day characters, or rainy day enemies.
It's over.
Yeah. I think luck does affect it, but because luck affects ailments and stuff, and I think insta-kill is technically considered an ailment. Oh, nice.
Finish it off.
Boy, it sure helps having full elemental coverage. Because the only thing Pixie doesn't have is ice, so as long as we have either Teddy or Chie, we'll always have full elemental coverage. Nope. Come on, show me blank card. There it is. I want the blank card. I can't get the blank card with that one. That's dookie.
Ooh, congratulations.
All right, well, I guess next time I'll have to remember that. MC and Pixie leveled up, though, so there's that. Yeah, MC leveling up is nice. Level 66 there. A good 10 levels above Yosuke. 2 levels above, like, Chie and Yukiko. And Naoto. How many more levels till Rise gets her next skill? I wonder if Atlas is not allowing streamers to play per Phantom X up to a certain point. Probably not. Not that I've seen. Because the game's already been out for forever and on Chinese servers, so if people really want to know the story and see all the story content, they could have for a while now. Although I did notice it was kind of a small category when I jumped into it earlier. On Twitch, at least. It also just takes a while to get through, like, from a new account, it takes a while to get through the palaces, because you have to, like, keep leveling up and meet damage checks and stuff. And the way to do that is by spending your daily energy on getting more materials and stuff, so there's just a hard cap on how quickly you can move through the game. Oh, nice. One more level, and she's almost there, and she'll get Healing Wave, which will give us some HP at the end of a battle. Back in my day. Yeah. Yeah. Japanese companies took a while to get on the whole, like, free publicity is good publicity thing. people playing your game and showing other people that they like your game is a good thing. Shocker. But yeah. For some reason, it took them a while to get that, come to that understanding. I think Nintendo should explode. Like Mr. Nintendo should like walk onto public and be like, I'm sorry, and just blow up. Just like gone. Alt F4. Mr. Nintendo. Yeah, I don't know. I think if Nintendo keeps doing bad business practices, it'll eventually catch up with them, hopefully. And if it doesn't, oh well. I just won't engage with their stuff.
You hit the enemy's weak. Keep going, senpai. Enemy down. Nice move, Sen. Let's attack with all our strength. All right. It will end here. Hey, I leveled up.
Okay. Well, we keep leveling up, so that's good. Yeah, those shirts really do help. Another physical mirror, that'll help with the next boss fight. Yeah. Also, if...
Careful. That enemy's immune to wind.
I don't know.
You can win this. Just
There's
don't use
still,
buttons.
like, good stuff about Nintendo, but yeah. It's not like... I don't know. They were never a perfect company by any means, of course, but
Enemies left.
it certainly is getting harder and harder to
It's weak.
care too much about their products for me, at least. Hulk Hogan? Indeed, Hulk Hogan. Yep. Why he here? Because he in P3. He in P4. He in P3R, which I was kind of surprised about. He'll probably be in P4R as well. For some reason, there's a Hulk Hogan enemy in P3, and it's been carried forward into P4, and every version of P3 and P4 since then. Not sure why. Not sure why one random dude was like, you know what this game needs? It needs an enemy that looks like Hulk Hogan. But somebody decided that, and he is here now with us. As just a random enemy type.
Go, senpai.
That was easy.
Level 37 for Pixie. I wonder if the mouse controls, like with the Switch 2, are actually good for like stuff like Prime, Metroid Prime. They look, apparently it's like better than people thought it would be, so that's good. Because people had like very low expectations for how good those controls would be, but what's your take on Persona 4 Revival? It's still pretty early on. We still don't have like a lot of information about it. I think it's kind of disappointing. I kind of wish they were just gonna come out with Persona 6 next year instead of Persona 4 Revival. I don't think Persona 4 Golden needed a remake, but it's gonna get one and it'll be fine. I just hope that they learn from their mistakes when balancing P3R.
All yours.
Hulk Hogan was at a Pokemon event once. Okay.
Go for it. It's over.
Well, wasn't The Rock there for like the Xbox unveiling or whatever? Like, celebrities get around, man.
Who's next in line for a stomping?
Yeah, I was too, Christian. Especially since I was thinking that maybe early 2026 would be P4 Revival and then like late 2026 would be P6, but given their like earning like call like investor thing, it seems like that they're planning on releasing it in like the mid to late 2026. So I was hoping we'd finally get a new Persona, like we'd finally get Persona 6, considering next year is like gonna be the 10-year anniversary of Persona 5.
Shizuka Gongen.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I really do want to play the original version of P5 for the 10-year anniversary. Is that weird? I don't know. Like, is it weird that I still want to keep playing different versions of P5, even as I say I'm kind of tired of, like, new versions of P5? I'm still playing, like, Persona 5 Phantom X, right? I'm still having a decent time with that, so... Yeah. Wild stuff. Sometimes I forget about how old The Rock is, because, like, he doesn't have hair, so you don't, like, get to see, like, old photos of The Rock where he has, like, normal... like brown hair or something, and then like now, you know, him having like white hair or something. Golden is fine. I think visually, I think it'll be the same thing as P3R. Visuals will be good, music will be good, voice acting will be decent, and we'll get like, you know, voice acting for the social links, which will be nice. All those like superfluous things will be nice, and then like gameplay will just be, it'll be super easy. It'll be kind of very easy to break, not super interesting. And you know what? I'll be okay with that. I'm gonna play my game. I'm gonna be like, boy, this game is easy. As I say, as somebody who's like played hundreds of hours of Persona games, including Persona 4, and I'm like not the person that they're balancing the game for, but I'll still say it's easy. And laugh about it, and I'll be like, yeah, I'm just here to have a fun time. Yeah. But at least it'll be something different to milk. Interesting. Reflected damage is still elemental damage in this game. And maybe I should have gone for Absorb Fire. Oh, guys, let me go and like just fuse Pixie for another 5 hours so I can get Absorb Fire instead of Repel Fire. I guess if we get unlucky or something, maybe we could accidentally like downgrade the Repel Fire into Absorb Fire, because I think that's technically how that works, where it considers Absorb Fire to be like 1 tier down. But yeah, especially after playing the original version of the game, I like Golden and its additions a lot more. I still think it's way too easy for challenger runs, but on the whole, for most people, I think that Golden is the way to go. Yeah, I will, Christian. I mean, hey, we're gonna play the Rideout game like after this, right? And I'm gonna try and get more into SMT stuff next year too, so. Still, at least P3 and P4 had some bite to them and had some challenges, so. But yeah, P4 or Persona is more for casual stuff.
My life's in danger. Can you heal me?
Gosh, sometimes I don't notice the like different Chie VA, and then she like sometimes she just yells in my face, "Hey, I'm not the Golden VA." That's one of those voice lines where I hear it and I'm like, yeah, that's definitely not the Golden and forward Chie VA. It's really obvious there. Wait, what am I saying, dude? I'm rambling at this point. I'm probably just getting tired. It's getting towards the end of the day. Yeah, we'll go for another half an hour. Maybe we'll try the mid-boss one time. We'll see if I need to level up Pixie some more tomorrow before the mid-boss, maybe. And then we'll call it a day, maybe. Okay.
That's what comes of underestimating me.
Way to go, Naoto. Yep. It's wild that like this is stream number 23. I don't think well, no, I've probably streamed more of one game before, but like, yeah. Is Persona popular in China? I don't know. I don't know if it's like super popular in China. I assume it's generally popular. I mean, they got a Chinese gacha game even before it came to JP or global, right? And Persona seems to be generally popular, so I assume it's like generally popular. I don't know if it's like more popular than say in Western English-speaking countries, or less popular, or like what it is exactly, but I assume given that it like there was enough interest for a Chinese company to make a Chinese-only gacha game, so yes it was. Yep. Phantom X was made by a Chinese game company. Yep. Originally only in Chinese for that area. It's kind of funny. So Chinese games, due to cultural differences, can't have like skeletons or like skulls in their game. So the fiends, right? The fiends also has to be censored. So they're all wearing these like metal masks where their skulls usually are. There's uncensored versions of the 2D art and like models for regions outside of China, but yeah, the like it's kind of interesting. I don't know, the mask is kind of cool looking, but it does look kind of derpy on some of them. Like on Hellbiker, it kind of looks like a helmet, but on like Matador or Daisojo, it just looks weird. Senpai, was that a Kachan? Ah, never mind. I can tell by looking at you haven't found her yet. You be careful too, Senpai. If you get KO'd, it'll be for nothing. Oh yeah, my mom made this. Yeah, I'll bump you up. Nice. Don't worry. We'll get her out safe for sure. I know this is tough for you, but you gotta stay calm. If we go down, Nanako-chan won't be saved. Don't forget that, okay? Oh, you want this? It's pretty good. A cough drop. Did you just... What did you just pull? I'm just gonna choose to assume that he had extra and pulled one out of his pocket, and that he didn't pull it out of his mouth and be like, oh, here, have my half sucked on cough drop. That's what I'm going with, that he didn't do that. Okay. One of these weeks ice. Yes? Yes.
Just 2 left. Come on, this fight's not over. Persona!
I mean, it just started, Pixie.
Enemy down.
Nice form, Chie-senpai.
Enemy defeated. That's the spirit, Chie-senpai. You can win.
Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of P5X, we'll probably get a Persona 4 revival event in 2026 for the release of Persona 4 Revival, right? If I had to guess, I'd probably say we're probably going to get P3 like event probably sometime in the next year or so, maybe early next year. And then we'll probably get a Persona 4 Revival event where you can like roll for like Yu Narukami and his friends when Revival, around the time Revival comes out.
You can win this. Just don't use...
Such is the way of a gacha game. I wonder if they'll include any like, I mean,
3 enemies left.
I think they've said that they're still planning on doing something for Persona 1 and 2 at some point, like a remake or a port or something. So I assume at some point we'll get a Persona 1 and 2 event for Phantom X as well.
Good move now, Tokun. You're on a roll. You can
Yeah, maybe we should have gone for Absorb Fire. Oh well.
Electricity won't work.
It's still better than not having anything at all.
What else you got? Persona! 2 more to go.
Because I didn't realize that repel damage in this game
Move now, Tokun. You're
keeps
on
the
a
same
roll.
element. So when I repel, for example here, when I repel fire into these Regal Mothers here, they just drain it
Just don't use fire.
and heal themselves. So at least MC is not taking damage, but neither are they, so.
2 enemies left.
All right, let's just go
Don't
down.
now.
In fact, they're able to heal themselves that way.
Take this. Enemy defeated. That's the spirit.
Here's our...
Okay.
Give it up.
Yeah, the catches certainly are something, aren't they? all splayed out while they like kill us over and over again. Working from home looking ass. I remoted it in and killed you via magic.
Enemy down.
Excellent, Chie-senpai.
You struck it.
Let me do this. Here goes. You're wide open.
Enemy down.
We have our chance. Are you ready? All right. It will end here.
Let's see.
Electricity won't work. One
We haven't tried
enemy
wind
down.
or light or dark. Might as well try Madoon.
Let's go.
Hopefully I can kill it before it explodes in our face, because these things have a tendency to do that. Yeah, nice to the dark. Okay.
Just the result I expected.
Way to go, Nato. Hey! Level 40 for Pixie. 40. Getting there. Only 20 levels behind all the other party members, but yeah. Getting somewhere at least. Honestly, I'm surprised that she's leveling up as fast as she is, because XP curves in Persona games are pretty unforgiving past, like, once you get the last learned skill by a level up. The XP requirements just keep going up pretty exponentially, so it can be hard to get all the way up there. Oh, the shirt helps, I guess. So, boss should be on the 7th floor or whatever. Man, I don't know if we're gonna get to the 7th floor at this rate. No, let's just get a little bit farther and then we can always just try the mid-boss tomorrow. Where were the stairs? I feel like we already found them and I walked past them.
Fire won't work. Try something else
We
instead.
haven't tried to win on those guys. I should probably just go for physical here.
Take this. Couldn't quite beat
Clear
it.
them. Don't give up now, okay?
Let's go.
Wow, now so good. Two enemies. Last one. Go for it.
Persona.
There.
Ah, she missed. Oh well. Break away. Let me out. Can you let me out? Oh, right. The Naruto crit animation where she just like walks towards and guns down the enemy. Right, I forgot about that crit animation. Man, that animation is so good. Hey, I got it. Ah, didn't get a... Man, okay. Trying to get an Arcana chance. Man, I wish I could look at the whole map. Oh well. Did I come from here? I don't think so. There's an enemy here. I'm just gonna walk by him. I'm just gonna find the stairs a minute. Nope, I already came from here. This is dead end. Dang it. Light and ice, yep.
Take this.
Enemy down.
Go,
Did it,
go.
Chie-senpai? Enemy defeated. That's the spirit, Chie-senpai.
Persona.
But yeah, it's wild to think that I've spent so much time on and so many streams on this game and this
Now
challenge
then,
playthrough.
what's next?
Because this Sunday will make 25,
My
which
level
is
has risen.
wild. And even though these streams, these like later in the day streams, are only like 3 or 4 hours long, it's still, you know, like 3 or 4 hours plus like a couple of streams on the weekends. So I mean, not every week has been like that, but you know, a lot of them have. Honestly, I got to kind of pull back from having as many streams once we get done with some stuff. So my thought process is I'm probably not going to be playing Rido on Fridays, right? So that'll probably be SMT5 Vengeance until we finish that. And then we'll see maybe about doing Wednesday streams or not for SMT5 Vengeance at that point. Because it is a bit much to do, like, both stream and hanging out on Discord in the same day. And I'm trying to, like, figure out some stuff. Part of the reason why I was doing that in the first place anyway was to kind of test, like, different time slots to see if I wanted to start streaming the Tuesday, Thursday stuff earlier in the day.
Enemy down. Keep it up, Chie-senpai.
Not sure if it was super successful, but I'd have to look at the numbers, I guess.
Defeated. That's the spirit, Chie-senpai. All yours.
I'll have to look at the data and see if more people watch earlier in the day or later in the day on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Basically is what I got to figure out. So, all right. What is star? I don't remember what star is. Star is not stats, unfortunately, but one more will occur more frequently in shuffle time for a while. I don't need this. In fact, that would be bad for me because I'm trying to pull blank cards. But that's good for me. Yukiko got Media Rahan. Nice. And then I'm guessing next is, yep, Baragi Dine. Okay. And a few more levels. Nope. Controller ran out of battery. All right, let me plug it in via cord real quick. I gotta get a different cord. I think I've got one coming from Amazon on Sunday. This one, you know, has not been great, so, but it should be fine for the rest of stream at least. And if not, I can always grab maybe a different controller, but this one's out of battery for right now. Okay. Music keeps on turning me from the words that hurt my soul, removing doubts from my mind. Those long days passing by from that door like late fade away from my favorite tunes of the day. The eyes close. Those long days passing by from that door like late summer days slowly fade away. Wait, there's two enemies here. One of them is probably a golden hand. Yeah. Usually enemies don't spawn that close together unless one of them is a golden hand. Okay.
Ooh, a rare one. Don't let it get away.
Gosh, I have way too much knowledge about Persona games. I can like look at two little red dots and realize one of them has to be a golden hand because of how enemy spawning works in this game.
Enemies? 2 to be exact.
Okay. Do I have ice skills? That is like the one thing I don't have on Pixie. Yep.
Just 2 left. Come on, this fight's not over. Persona!
Wait, I hate golden hands? I like golden hands. I like them. Now they are way broken and golden where you can get tons of XP from them, but I like seeing them here for sure. With their lots of extra money and oh boy. I guess I might as well try and grab a Persona just to see if we get an Arcana chance from it. Because there's great. That was super unlucky. Alright, whatever. Well, at least Pixie leveled up. It's very funny that you can beat a golden hand in this version of the game, though, and it gives you 1 XP. Honestly, if it just gave you the base amount of XP that you usually get from them in Golden, it wouldn't even be that bad. The problem with Golden is that you can get shuffle time cards to like double or triple the amount of XP you get from a Golden Hand. It just gets out of hand really quickly. But tish, pun intended. Don't take my dream. Serious? Yeah. Removing doubts from my mind. Those long days passing by from that door. My days slowly fade away. Finding ways through my favorite tunes. Playing all day with my eyes closed. Those long days passing by from that door. Sensei, let's do everything we can to rescue Nana-chan. I know we can't rescue her without you, Sensei. Give us good orders, okay? Oh, that reminds me. Do you want this, Sensei? They gave me a lot of them at Chunes, but keep it a secret from Yosuke, okay? Or say a sample food set. Okay, that's fun. Some of the dialogue you can get with party members and stuff when they're not in party is fun. While the fox is here, I might as well heal up and get a full MP restore. Especially if we want to try the mid-boss in like a floor or two. Doubts from my mind. Those long days passing by from that door, like late summer days slowly fade away. Finding ways through my favorite tunes, played all day with my eyes closed. Those long days passing by from that door, like late summer days slowly fade away. Finding ways through my favorite tunes, feeling me with those sounds. I have reached the autopilot stage. I did not get enough sleep last night, so I've already reached autopilot stage. I am just muscle memory playing Persona 4 while singing to the music. I probably should wrap it up here soon if I'm getting to that point. Yeah. This cord randomly disconnected or whatever. Like there. Got that hiccup because the controller disconnected a second there. Let's see. We're on the 6th floor. Literally the next floor is the mid-boss. Let's go ahead and try that, and then we'll wrap it up for today. We'll see how that goes. I'll probably go back and save before we do that, obviously. So we'll see how this goes. If it doesn't work out, then tomorrow we'll just grind a little bit more, and then
That was so cool.
and then we'll try again tomorrow.
Take this! Couldn't quite beat it.
Enemies left. Don't lower your guard now.
We haven't tried Mudun or... Oh! Are they weak to dark? They are. Nice. Way to go, Nato. Ooh, do we risk it? Yeah. No guts, no glory. Come on. Yeah. Years of playing Persona 3 paying off to get nothing. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if you get Persona cards, you have Arcana chances happen more often. Because I'm definitely not getting Arcana chances as much as I usually do when I go for actual, like, Personas there. I could keep grabbing them and just kicking them out, so Pixie's more likely to get the stats or the upgrade, but not sure. Not sure what the right play there is. I guess over the long term, it doesn't matter, because... yeah, it just would be more menuing on my part, and it would make it a 50-50 whether or not Pixie gets the stats or whatever compared to 100%. But I guess it could always be a -2, and then Pixie wouldn't get that. So it's all just RNG. Not sure what the right call there is. Maybe I'll do the math in my head, or do the math at some point and figure out like if I should be going for the 50-50 or if I should be going for... or if I don't know. I don't know. I kind of just want to say don't pick up any Personas if possible.
quite beat it.
I think these guys are immune to dark and light. I think we tried that before.
Let's go. It's quite tenacious.
Yeah, I mean, Yukiko is about the closest thing we have to a bomb. Her magic damage is just unparalleled. Yukiko is just such a good party member in both the original and Golden. Like, just both places. No. All right, I'm getting the call for dinner. I think we're gonna just try the mid-boss tomorrow. Let me just get to the next floor.
Yay, I leveled up.
All right. Yeah, let me get to the next floor and then we'll get out of here. So this was a dead end, right? Yes. Okay. Did we come from the north or south? I can't remember. I think we came from the south. Just try to avoid enemies, I guess, for now. It's not too bad to avoid enemies in this game. Even the flying ones aren't too bad. Backstabbing the flying enemies can be a bit of a pain, though. Weird hitboxes and stuff. Let's see. There's just an enemy in there. No, maybe it's a corridor. Is it a corridor? It's a corridor. It'd be very funny if the stairs were here. Oh my gosh. Both sets of stairs, both up and down, are like within the same like mini-map screen there. It was literally the first door off to the right. I discovered the new world. I must save people. Yes, only I can. Voice is getting closer. We're almost there. Hang in there, senpai. Yeah, so this is the floor with the mini boss, so. Alright, let me just pop a go home. I need to buy more of those next time it rains. Teddy's got the skill that does the same thing, but don't always have Teddy around, so. Yeah, we should return to the entrance and save anyway, so now's a good time to do that. Alright, let me just heal real quick and then save, and tomorrow we'll pick back up. But yeah, I got to try out some P5X, got some busy work done here with Pixie, so that's good. Got the new Pixie leveled up and everything, so. Yep. Okay. Alrighty. That's good though. Yeah, P5X better than I thought it would be. Eventually it will probably become just kind of routine, like do check in every day kind of thing for gacha stuff. I don't know if I'll still want to keep playing at that point, but but yeah, sorry, I'm blanking. Yeah, okay, I need to go like lay down and eat something because I gotta get up on time tomorrow. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for Persona 4 Pixie. I'm gonna beat Namatame in the face with Pixie. I'm gonna like grab her by the ankle and I'm gonna bash him over the head with Pixie. Anyway, all right, I'll see you guys tomorrow.